You ever wonder what big questions are being asked by researchers outside of the usual big-name global universities? Well, today, we're diving into a journal called Exploration to find out. And let me tell you, the stories it tells come from a really unique corner of the world.
So here it is. This is Exploration, and it's a peer-reviewed, multidisciplinary journal. Now, what's so special about this? It's all about where it comes from. It's published by the Darchula Multiple Campus of Far Western University in Nepal. So this isn't research from some massive global institution. This is knowledge being generated and shared from a very specific, very local academic community.
This journal is basically a window into a different world. So what does that world look like from their point of view? What are the big issues, the cultural curiosities, and the academic debates that are shaping the conversation right there, in that community? Okay, before we jump into all the fascinating topics inside, it's really important to understand what we're looking at. What kind of journal is this, really? What are its credentials and what's its mission?
This slide tells us a whole lot about the journal's quality. You see, double-blind and peer-reviewed, that means the research is held to really high academic standards. It's reviewed anonymously by other experts in the field. And open access, that part's huge. It means this knowledge is available to anyone, anywhere, completely for free.
And get this one volume, just volume 4, is absolutely packed. We're talking about 20 different peer-reviewed articles. That's a super dense collection of ideas and findings, all in one place.
And the journal's scope is incredibly broad. It's not just focused on one narrow thing. Instead, you've got everything from English education and literature to the social sciences, humanities, and even management. It's a true multidisciplinary effort.
Now let's dive into the research itself, and we're going to start in a place we all know, but one that's going through some massive changes, the classroom.
This is the big question that researchers are really tackling. They're looking at how modern tech is intersecting with these long-standing educational practices and challenges, giving us a real-time snapshot of a system that's in the middle of a huge transition.
This comparison just captures the moment we're in perfectly, doesn't it? On one hand, you have an article called Chalkboards to Clicks, which is all about that shift from analog to digital. And then right next to it, another paper is already studying the impact of ChatGPT. It finds that while teachers are embracing it for things like lesson planning, they're also pretty cautious about how it affects student writing. This just shows these researchers aren't playing catch-up. They are on the front lines of this stuff.
But, it's not all about the shiny new tech. The journal also tackles some really fundamental questions. This article, for instance, looks at the role of the humble textbook. And one of the fascinating findings? Even with all these flexible digital tools, teachers still see the physical textbook as a crucial anchor for keeping the curriculum consistent. It's a timeless debate that's still so relevant.
And the research goes even deeper than that. Other studies in here look into the actual lived experiences of teachers, digging into challenges with college enrollment and the complexities of modern assessment systems. It's a really comprehensive look at the state of education.
Okay, let's zoom out from the classroom now and look at the wider world of culture, community, and the really human stories being told through this research.
This is where we get insights you just wouldn't find anywhere else. The research offers a direct look right into the heart of cultural practices, deep-seated beliefs, and the way societies are changing as we speak.
The range of topics here is just incredible. One paper explores what it's like to get older in Kathmandu, while another analyzes how modern life is changing traditional birth rituals, finding, for example, that mobile phones are now used to coordinate ancient ceremonies. Then you've got deep dives into sun and moon mythology and even literary critiques on post-humanism. Every single title is like a doorway into a different world.
But the journal's scope extends even beyond local culture and education. It's tackling subjects that are part of a much bigger, global conversation.
And this is a really important question, right? Can research that's so rooted in a specific local context actually speak to global issues? Well, the answer, as we're about to see, is a resounding yes. For example, you've got researchers exploring artificial intelligence for sustainable development, the nuts and bolts of accounting for small businesses, the psychology behind investing, and even urban planning challenges in neighboring Bangladesh. These topics clearly have universal relevance.
So, after all of this, what's the big takeaway? Why is it so important that journals like Exploration exist and actually thrive? Let's take a look at the bigger picture.
This quote, which is adapted from the journal's own editorial, really says it all. The goal isn't just to publish papers. It's to contribute ethically to our shared pool of knowledge, to spark new ideas, and to make the entire global academic community stronger and more diverse.
And ultimately, this is why it all matters so much. Knowledge isn't a monolith.
A study on ChatGPT from Nepal is going to offer a different perspective than one from Silicon Valley. An analysis of small business accounting in a local Nepalese context gives us insights that are both unique and universally applicable. Every single voice adds something essential to the global conversation.
And that's the thought I want to leave you with. If researchers were to create a journal about your town, your city, or your community, what unique questions would they ask? What essential stories do you think they'd tell the world?